Hello, everyone. First up, Colin and Naomi. They discussed the undercover camera footage released from inside Canadian abortion clinics. Second, Paul and Daniel. They were in Ottawa last week connecting with MPs. Third, the federal government has released the 2024 euthanasia statistics. And fourth, the Alberta UCP brought forward a pro-life policy recommendation this past weekend. It's Wednesday, December 3rd, and this is Quick Updates. Here's Colin and Naomi with more on the undercover camera footage from inside abortion clinics.
Lots of Canadians don't know that late-term abortions are legal, that they're happening. Also, that Canada actually has no abortion laws at all. So I think, the articles did a lot to just inform people about this reality, and then may have shown that people are still thinking that, okay, well, if this is happening, is this right? Like, there has to be a line somewhere. Like, that looks like a pretty developed baby. So even if, even if they're pro-choice, or even if they like the idea of a woman having a choice, they're a little bit hesitant about it, which, obviously proves their whole, argument isn't right from the very beginning. But I think that moving forward, I think we could use the fact that the media is talking about this. The media often won't portray any of the pro-life side.
Thanks, guys. Follow the link below, arpacanada.ca/late-term abortion, to watch the complete conversation. Now, Paul and Daniel, they bring us an update on their time in Ottawa last week and what they heard from MPs.
Okay, Daniel, we're here in Ottawa. What are we doing here today?
Yeah, so we're here to meet with a member of Parliament to discuss Bill C-218, the bill that would remove the expansion of euthanasia to those with mental illness.
And Daniel, ARPA supporters across the country, as you know, have been involved in this process, advocating for C-218, handing out almost 36,000 flyers so far across the country. How else can supporters get involved?
Yeah, just like we're meeting with members of Parliament as ARPA staff, we want our supporters to also meet with their own member of Parliament, and you can do that in your own riding by signing up for our upcoming lobby week near the end of January. You can meet with your own member of Parliament. We'll walk you through that process and talk about what it looks like to meet with an MP and give you the resources to do that.
Great. And how can somebody find more information about that?
You can email info@arpacanada.ca, and we'll send you the sign-up link and send you links for meetings where we can talk about what it looks like to meet with your MP, and we'll go from there.
Thanks, Paul and Daniel. Here's Daniel again with a quick overview of the newly released 2024 euthanasia statistics.
Hi everyone. At the end of November, Health Canada released its 6th annual report on medical assistance in dying. That report revealed that 16,500 Canadians died by euthanasia in 2024. The annual numbers continue to grow, with an increase of 6.9% in 2024. Now that percentage is much smaller than past years, but it still represents 1,100 more euthanasia deaths than the previous year. Commonly cited sources of suffering for those dying by euthanasia include things like isolation, loneliness, or feeling like a burden on others. Check out our recent article highlighting more details of the report. Euthanasia should never be seen as a solution for suffering. Right now, we have an opportunity to oppose the planned expansion of euthanasia to those with mental illness. Bill C-218, which would repeal that expansion, is scheduled to be debated this week with a vote in a few months. Visit carenotkill.ca to see how you can get involved.
Thanks, Daniel. Finally, Naomi has more on the pro-life policy recommendation that was brought forward at the Alberta UCP convention last weekend.
Hey everyone. Last week we shared some news about late-term abortions being discussed in the media. Well, this week we wanted to share some exciting news out of Alberta. The United Conservative Party of Alberta just held their annual general meeting where there was a policy resolution to stop public funding for third trimester abortions, except in cases where the physical health of the mother is at serious risk. Now, this resolution was overwhelmingly supported and passed by the party. And we are very thankful that Alberta is taking these first steps to stand for life, ensuring that taxpayers' money does not go to funding abortions. And we want to see the same thing happen in other provinces across Canada. And so we encourage you to reach out to your member of parliament on this. Ultimately, we do not just want public funding for abortions to end, but we want people to recognize abortion for what it really is, killing an innocent human being. Just like last week, we encourage you to use your voice and to continue speaking up about preborn human rights. Canada is talking about abortion, so we need to as well. Write a letter to the editor discussing the reality of late-term abortion, or book a meeting with your member of parliament to discuss following in Alberta's steps, or put up signs and billboards in your own community. Let's make our voices heard and ultimately make the voices of preborn children heard.
Thanks, Naomi. Well, that's it for quick updates this week. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.